What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the newest episode of Hammer Fist Sports. Today, we're going to be recapping week 4 of the NFL fantasy football season and also be giving away my top 5 waiver wire pickups for week 5. But before we get into that, I want to introduce my co-host for today, Mr. Moby D, aka Assam Jabber. What's going on, Moby? How are we doing today?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Feeling good. Just chilling. Is this working?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, okay. I'm doing good, man. I'm just ready to get started. I'm excited.
I know we were just chatting here a little bit about our fantasy football week, and you were telling me that it wasn't really a good week for you. What's going on with that?
No, it was not. I had a bad week. It's always a bad week when one of your best players gets apparently his ACL torn by his own quarterback, Rasheed Rice. That hurt, man. And I got a big
That was a
fat zero.
huge blunder of an accident.
Yeah, I had him in 2 leagues, and I had him in daily, the one that you won. Or no, wait, I forgot. You said you were gonna win, then you lost.
I
That's
do
what it
that to
was.
myself. Anytime I announce my win and think like I got it.
As soon as you said that, I was like, "Yep, that's a wrap."
No, and when you reminded me of my own jinx, I thought to
Yeah,
myself, "Oh, I'm about to lose in the craziest fashion ever," and I lost by tenths of a
yeah,
point.
yeah. Oh, that was crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was.
so yeah, once Rice, I mean, you could pretty much see his torn ACL. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
a
can see it.
doctor, but yeah, you could tell that. Yeah, I went into a slight depression for
Yeah.
the rest of the game. So.
Do you have any backups? You got a good bench?
In one league, yeah, but like I have so many. I have AJ Brown is still out. Kenneth
Mhm.
Walker, I think he's finally coming back. I
He's
had
back.
George Kittle and Debo Samuels. They just now
Yeah.
came back. They were hurt. Like I got a lot of injuries going on, but it's all right. That's
Yeah.
football. That's the way it is.
It sets you up for the second half of the season. I'm a huge advocate of loading up your bench. You got a lot of people who like to take some of the bench guys that they have that are performing well, that they're not necessarily starting, and they like to trade them away. And it's like,
Yeah,
what are you going to do in the second half of the season? Or what are you going to do when there's an injury or when your starter is not picking up 10, 15, 20 points that you're expecting every week? So I'm a huge advocate of loading up your bench, and I'm just not a big trader. Not
yeah.
a big
Me
not big
because
into
you never get. Everybody always overvalues their people
own
more.
players.
Yeah, I
And you
mean it is
think
what
you're
it is.
getting a good trade.
I haven't done a trade in like 3 years. I think. I don't even know. I haven't even maybe a couple years ago. I can't remember. But yeah, it's been a while. Just I don't even mess with it really.
I offered your brother a trade last
Yeah.
week, Abdullah. He
Yeah.
had Aaron Jones sitting on the bench, and I had
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. I know he likes Patrick Mahomes. I was like, hey, I'll
Yeah.
swap you. He's like, yeah, maybe, but I never heard back from him
Of
again.
course not.
I take that maybe as a hard no.
I would have said hell no. Patrick
Really?
Mahomes ain't no.
Why? It's not
He's
like
not.
he's starting here.
He hasn't been anything in like 2 years as a fantasy quarterback. As a fantasy quarterback.
Okay, let's just relax. But okay, 2 years he's been nothing fantasy. That's interesting that you say that. His deep pass to Xavier Worthy yesterday,
Hmm.
54 yards,
Was
was
his
his
first
deepest one since 2022 when he had
like
Tyreek Hill.
50 games. Yeah,
Whoa.
something like that. Something crazy number. Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
a big advocate. He likes those first, but the 20-yard mark, that seems like it'd be a sweet spot for him. Your
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey up the seam, or he's got somebody coming into the slot.
Yeah. Well, they keep playing the double high safety. Like they don't want him to get the big play. So that's why he had to like kind of change his game a little bit.
Hey, you got to watch
Uh,
out what you say about the double high safety these days. They're trying to ban it.
yeah, no,
You see, like
that's
the one
crazy.
guy who never played football in his life is like, let's ban the double high safety.
Yeah,
Get out
that's
of here,
crazy.
bro.
Oh man. Hey
Yeah,
man. You gotta collect them paychecks somehow, I guess.
that's true. And by staying relevant with absurd remarks and saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Moby, what do you say we get into the week 4 recap and take a look at who performed well last week?
That's right.
That's right. Boom.
Derrick Henry. Every time I felt like watching on Red Zone, I just like every few minutes, Derrick Henry running wild.
Yeah. He had his
That
best
dude is
game of the
cooking.
season, 32. Like his game last night is kind of what you expected from like the beginning of the season. You're like, oh boy, what happened? Where was it? But
Yeah.
finally it came.
Yeah. Um, he does tend to start off a little slow in the season, then as the season
Yeah.
gets along is when he gets dominant. But yeah, he was dominant last night. And I had who I don't know if you're gonna have this under. I guess I'll wait till we till you do some of the waiver pickups because I
Is
got
it,
one I thought of. The
dude,
back of
Justin
Justice Hill.
Fields. I picked him up. I
Yeah,
picked him
I've
up
been
in
had
this
him.
one league.
I'm in a guillotine league. So yeah, you got to start like a lot of like people you probably wouldn't start in normal ones because
Yeah.
it's 18 teams and it goes down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got Justice Hill and he dropped 20 something points for me in a guillotine league as like my last
Amazing.
dude in my last spot. Like that was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been balling.
He seems to be hitting a stride now too, and like 2 rushing touchdowns, and then I think he threw one at the end to Pat Fryermuth. But dude, did you know he's like not him, but the offensive line? They've already
Are you talking about
lost
Justin
3.
Fields now?
Justin Fields, yeah. Oh, my bad. Did I
Oh,
jump? Did I jump?
yeah, I was still talking about Justice Hill.
Oh, Justice Hill. Like about Justin Fields. I'm like, dang, where did that come from?
No. I do have Justin Fields actually in my guillotine league as well. Actually, yeah. But yeah, I was talking about Justice Hill, the backup for
Oh, yeah, I got
Baltimore.
you.
Yeah,
He was having. I mean, everybody ate.
yeah,
How
yeah.
many
He
points he
caught it.
got?
He
You
caught a
27?
touchdown. Yeah, where was he?
Let me
He
see.
got
Running
me.
back. Slow internet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kamara, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Justice Hill. He didn't even finish in the top, but he
Yeah,
probably
he
got you
did.
just enough points. Oh, you know what? Let me sort this. There we
Yeah, he
go.
did. There you go.
James Conner, Jonathan Taylor. There's Justice Hill finished at number 12, running back
What did he
last
get?
week.
How many points?
15.6.
No way.
Now this is standard league too, so he may have gotten 2 catches. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, he got a lot of catches. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I don't do standard league. That's weird.
I don't either, but when I do these recaps, I do standard because I don't know who does PPR and who doesn't.
Everybody does PPR.
But the thing is, some teams do 1
Some
point, some do half point. I'm in a league
Yeah.
that does a quarter point, so I
Yeah,
figured
but
standard would be the base.
not doing catches is just crazy. Even you gotta at least do
Agreed.
half a point. Like that the standard, no, I don't know anybody that does standard still.
Agreed. I'm in a
Yeah.
standard league, and the
Oh,
scoring
you are?
is brutal. Yeah, it's
I
the
would
one
get
league
out.
that have my eyeballs.
I
Well,
would get
no,
out.
I'm
Yeah.
3-0.
That's that one. Okay, yeah, I got you.
I
Yeah,
can't. So I call that one it's my former employer. So I just call it the Clorox League, even though it's like WFFL, whatever it stands for.
Yeah. Okay,
And
yeah.
I'm
Well,
3-0, trying to get that 4-0 tonight.
I feel you. Yeah, most of my stuff when I talk about fantasy, just for any listeners, it's always going to be PPR.
PPR. I got you.
Yeah, that's just how I roll.
Justin Fields may have saved my Clorox League, I guess, so to speak. I had Kirk Cousins in there because I didn't really have a quarterback. It was Tua. We all know what happened to Tua. So I was like, let me see Justin Fields this week. Things are picking up. And yeah, sure enough, 32 points. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost their 3rd offensive lineman so far this season. So not a whole lot of protection. So he leaves Chicago where there's no protection, comes to Pittsburgh, not so much there either.
Yeah. Man, I got to tell you, Baker Mayfield, he's been playing really good. I don't like that as a Saints fan because Tampa Bay's been looking really good.
And then my boy,
my boy Jaden Daniels balling out of control. He's setting the completion percentage to start off a career so far.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not missing.
No, he's not. Especially fantasy, he's not missing. And don't forget who he was on my list of the top 5 late round heroes that we did a couple weeks back.
Yeah. You even called me out for not having it.
Yeah. He's like, well, I didn't want to have too many LSU guys on there.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Never enough.
It wasn't enough, and I put them too low at that. All of them, I did.
I didn't even have Jaden Daniels on mine, and you did. And not Jaden Daniels, wide receiver for Green Bay. I'm blanking.
Yeah, Green Bay. You mean Minnesota? Justin Jefferson.
No, the other guy for Green Bay.
Oh, Jaden Reed.
Yeah,
he's balling too.
He's balling.
Yeah, told you.
I had to play against him this week. Dude, CJ Stroud has fallen off. What happened to CJ Stroud?
Nah, he did all right today. He did all right. It's just
he did.
Yeah. It was all right. We're just, it's not as good. It doesn't look as good. Yeah, I got him in that guillotine league as well, and I got Justin Fields as my backup.
Yeah.
And he's been Justin Fields' last 2 games actually scored more than CJ Stroud in fantasy. But, they're still winning. They're gonna win that division. That division is trash. It'll probably just take them some time to get together.
Yeah,
get it
it's going to
together.
take some time to get together. And Stephon Diggs is quietly having some good games too. He's been hooking me up.
They got a lot of wide receivers. Once they clean it up, it's gonna look good.
Dale
And
got hurt.
Dale got hurt a little bit. What's his name? Joe Mixon. He's been out. So
Yeah, Cam Akers filling in there.
Yeah, so they got some problems. But it's
Did you see DeAndre Swift having 22.5 points?
Yeah, he broke one out. Of course, I was going against him when he decided to do that.
That's always the case. Yeah,
Do that.
when you're going against them.
Yep, and I was going against San Francisco's defense. And then, of course,
22
Jordan
points.
Yeah. Just put in, you could put in that name. You could say running back San Francisco, Yasser Salih, and it's going to be about 15,
you still
17.
get you 20 points.
Yeah. They're just so good with it. You got to give, what's his name?
Sam Darnold.
The head coach, your boy.
Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan. Even though he's a dick, you can just tell he is. Oh man, but yeah, and then Sam Darnold, look at him, man. I didn't I definitely didn't expect this, but I was like, I'm not worried about, Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold, he can, he can still throw it, just, he's good, but he's doing way better than even I thought.
I hope the Vikings win the Super Bowl just so Sam Darnold can have his moment, because that's so cool. The dude was like throwing away in the trash.
Yeah.
I want this for him.
So sneakily, let's go ahead and talk about it. That whatever, I can't remember the year of the draft, but Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield.
Lord,
that's all the same class, and we thought it was kind of a little bit of a bust, and only like Lamar and Allen. But now look at them; they're all starting to come back. And Sam Darnold was the number one overall pick in that one.
Wow! Yeah, so. Can you believe Sam Darnold was the number one out of that group?
Yeah.
Like, imagine going back and doing that over again. Who did he get drafted by? I forgot.
Yeah,
was it the Jets? Was it?
Yeah, it was the Jets.
It was the Jets?
Yeah.
Our fans are going to have to comment and let us know where our mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Dude, Chase Brown. So I had Chase Brown last season and hoping he does something. Never did anything. But now it's starting to seem like both Zach Moss and Chase Brown are eating.
Yeah, I got Zach Moss. So Chase Brown is more of the changeup. He's a lot quicker. He's fast. Yeah. And but what happened this week was he got down in the red zone, and just the way, how sometimes they split the carries and stuff, he just happened to get him, and he punched him in, which was actually really impressive. So if he can keep that up, it'll be better for him. But I got Zach Moss. So I was mad about those touchdowns. But even though
he played again, I forgot who Cincinnati played.
The Panthers.
The Panthers, and that could be the case too. It could be, I'm gonna steal a word from Aaron Rodgers, but it could be an outlier. That it's a one-game thing. The Panthers kind of suckish. Like how's he going to do
Bengals offense is really good. After that first week, they've been really good. They're starting to click. Their defense is trash. Yeah.
Yeah. And the problem used to be, well, Joe Burrow doesn't have an offensive line. Well, I mean, you got two dudes splitting 30 carries and both eating, so can't be too bad. There's your boy Jaden Reed, just doing Jaden Reed starting off hot.
I tried to tell you, I don't even know his name. I was like, get to know him. Yeah. I'm telling you, this guillotine league, Yasser, you need to play in a guillotine league next year.
Invite me then.
Well, I don't know these people, but and Tyler does. My friend Tyler, he's the one to invite me. But like sometimes they ask every year, I'll tell him to invite you, because you get to know more, because you have it starts off 18 teams. So you all draft. So by the end, you're drafting like somebody that's probably not even on a team sometimes.
Yeah.
So you get to know these people, and that's how I learned about Jaden Reed last year, because Tyler had him on his team. I was like, "Who's this?" And he kept getting like 8, 9, 10. Then by the end of the year, he kept getting like 20. I was like, "How'd you pick up this dude?" He's like, "I just, So yeah. So then I remember that, and for this year, I was like, "Oh, he's actually the number one, not Christian Watkins."
No,
Wicks has been doing pretty good too. But yeah,
Wicks has been doing really good. No, you're right. Number one guy there is Jaden Reed, and number two, it's Wicks, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on that young Ho Koo. This dude,
he's a dog.
I hate him. He beat me. Probably the dude dropped 20 points.
And let me tell you something, Moby. Surprise. He's gonna do this again.
I'm a Saints fan. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's gonna do it again and again, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Hint, hint, hint. Waiver wire pickups later.
Freaking young Ho.
Jordan Addison, I'm not surprised. He's finally back. I'm not surprised to see him do so well last year as a rookie. He had a really good season. I loved him. I had him in a keeper league. I ended up getting kicked out of. And that's what happens when you win. They don't like you.
Dang.
I mean, 20 points. Amazing. This dude is an every week starter. You got to start Jordan Addison every week. I don't care who they're playing.
Yeah.
I'm almost at a point to say Dontavion Wicks might be almost an every week starter once Jordan Love gets going again. I mean, dude, I'll mention this later today too, hint, but dude had like 13 something targets. That's crazy. When you've got like double-digit targets, you need to start collecting those players because somebody
big time
likes them.
backs.
Big time
Big
facts.
time back.
Moby, do you know who Jeremy Nichols is before yesterday? Nope. Never heard him a day in my life, but I love him.
Wasn't even really paying attention because I was in depression mode about Rice, so I don't even know who that was today. To be honest with you.
Well,
and go ahead. I was
going to say go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No,
you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was happy when he kept getting the ball though because I was going against Brian Robinson Jr. So I was like, all right, that's good. That Nichols guy or whoever it is.
He's backing up Brian Robinson Jr. I thought Antonio Gibson was still there. I guess not. Maybe he is, but Jeremy Nichols
because they got Austin Eckler. Well, actually, Austin Eckler is, and he's been balling because I got him in your league and in my sleeper or my guillotine league.
Yeah.
So he's just had that concussion, so he was out. And it doesn't matter who they put in. It's because Jaden Daniel.
Yeah,
because his threat of running and stuff like that. And then he's more accurate. He's better than, he's better than Jalen Hurts. You heard it from me.
Better than Jalen Hurts.
Yes, because he's more accurate. He can throw better. He can play quarterback better than him.
Because Jalen Hurts has been to a Super Bowl. So I can't say that.
So
when Jaden Daniels shows up to the Super Bowl,
Rex Grossman went to a Super Bowl. Did he win?
But you're not comparing him to Rex Grossman.
No.
And Jaden and look, Rex Grossman had nothing to do with going to a Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts had a lot to do with the Philadelphia Eagles going to a Super Bowl. The dude had 2-3 interceptions all year long and 20-something touchdowns. I can't take that away from Jalen Hurts.
No, yeah, he's really good. I'm just saying, Jaden Daniels plays the quarterback position better than him.
We're gonna find out.
We're will
find out. But I'm glad I have him in my league. I wish I would have gotten him in a different league. I'm willing to make a trade to get him.
I wish I had him.
Yeah.
I got Chuba Hubbard. I always have him every year. Nobody ever gets him, and he always
He's been sitting in the waivers all week long.
Always. I'm like really good about grabbing him. I never do this with anybody else, but for some reason with him, I get him and I play him and he goes off. And then when I don't play him, he doesn't go off. So I'm like really good with that. Normally it's the other way around whenever I play
that's what I was going to say. When I
everybody else, but with him, so I'm like one of the biggest Chuba Hubbard fans there is.
When I see his name, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not taking him. But he tends to do well.
Yeah, and then when I don't play him, I see somebody else. I'm like, oh, that dude's not gonna get you anything, and he doesn't. And I'm like, that's the only guy I'm like on board with. My boy Joe, balling out. AK.
Boy Alvin Kamara is averaging 22 points in standard, and he eats a lot in receiving. So, dude is almost like 28, 29 points a game.
No big deal.
And that's what he was done.
He wasn't done. He just, people can't get hurt. People can't get hurt and have a bad year. And
usually they don't come back like this.
Yeah, and that's with what's his name? Taysom Hill stealing a lot of the carry. Yeah, he just got hurt, but he steals a lot of the carries inside the red zone at the goal line. So and think about what he would be doing.
And I was watching the game yesterday. First down, they didn't get. It was first and goal. Saints couldn't get anything. Second and goal, nothing. Third and goal, nothing. And then fourth and goal is let's hand it to Alvin Kamara, touchdown. Why didn't you think to do that on first down? Why wait until the fourth down to hand it to Alvin Kamara? No, the dude was going to score.
Yeah.
Joey B averaging 17 points a game, got 17 points this week. Do you think 17 points is enough to have not an every week?
No, that's not enough. But if you take away that week one where they just weren't ready, his wrist was still messed up and all that, it's going to be way higher, and it's better than a lot of all these. You're going to be shocked when you go down and see all these quarterbacks what they're averaging. Besides, even Josh Allen, who's been number one, he screwed me 2 weeks. He didn't even get. That's 2 weeks in a row, or not 2 weeks in a row. 2 out of 3 weeks that he got less than 10 points. So he's either been boom or bust, and that's really hurting me. So yeah, that's been hurting. But yeah, go look at all these quarterbacks that you like. None of them are going to be really high.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, then you go look at Andy Dalton, and he's
Yeah.
up there with like 17,
There he
18
is,
points. There he is right there.
16.7. He's with
It's
Dak.
like,
It's still way lower than Joe. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all are. There's been a lot of Joe. I'm noticing all this Joe Burrow hate. That's all right. Y'all dogging this dude a
you
lot
want to
for
know what it
something he's
is?
not doing.
I don't think it's a Joe Burrow hate. I think it's a Cincinnati Bengals hate. I think a lot of people just don't like the Bengals.
No, I don't
I
know
think
why.
this might be it.
They
You know why? I
eat
don't know. It's Ohio. People don't like Ohio.
they eat dogs and cats up there, I hear.
That's in St. Louis. That's in St. Louis. Which is allegedly, I don't know. Don't go.
I thought it was
me,
Springfield,
but-
Ohio.
Is it Springfield,
he's-
Ohio? I thought it was
yeah.
Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, well, then it is
No.
Ohio.
Yeah,
They're
Springfield,
eating the
Ohio.
cats and dogs. It's on television. Brian Robinson Jr. Yep, there you go. 17. Man,
Mhm.
James Conner has just been so good
It's
to me. Minus a
consistent.
really bad game last week, but man,
Yeah.
like
It's
he's
okay
been
for
good.
him.
I'll take the 13.5. For where you drafted him, think about that. Like, dude, I
Mhm.
got him like 9th round, 10th round, so late.
Yeah.
I was high on Atlanta Falcons from the very beginning of the season. I was just waiting for that moment. I really, really think that this is going to be a trend moving forward, that the Atlanta Falcons defense is legit. And if you look at their schedule, they actually have a pretty decent schedule. That's like,
Wait, who are you talking about?
Atlanta
Atlanta
Falcons.
Falcons are not going to be legit. Quit playing.
Their defense. I'm not talking about their whole team. Defensive wise, they have a really good defense. Justin Simmons, they just picked up from Atlanta. They got
safeties.
They got safeties galore.
Yeah. No, they're okay. Yeah, you're right about that.
I hate playing against Jonathan Taylor. I don't know what it is. I hate drafting him. I don't like playing him, against him.
Yep, I'm with you on that. You just don't know. He's just so inconsistent.
Yeah.
You don't know
and then
what
he
you're
gets you when you least need him to. Like
Yep.
he just hits you with a touchdown. You're like, damn, that hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see more or less of Jonathan Taylor now that Joe Flacco might be taking over for a couple of weeks?
Probably more.
Probably more, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Flacco can sling the ball too, though, and maybe less turnovers because he's not as chaotic, I would say, as Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
So, there might be a little bit more consistency there.
Yep.
Dak Prescott, man, I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys. Andy Dalton, CeeDee Lamb, just you don't expect to see CeeDee Lamb way down here because you and I both had him at our top 5 like fantasy wide receivers this year. So not looking good, averaging 11.2 this year. And I don't know what the hell's going on again with Dallas. Can't explain it.
Yep. Remember everybody wanted him to take him number 1, and we were like, yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. I was like, I like him, but I don't like him at number 1.
Yeah.
Kyrie Williams averaging 17.2. Jalen Hurts averaging almost 18. Brian Thomas Jr. I love me some Brian Thomas Jr. And I don't even think he's the problem with his inconsistency. Something's going on with Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what it is.
Wait,
it's an offensive line.
Who told you about Brian Thomas Jr. on the late round draft picks?
I think you selected him. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. But I was watching his what do you call it? The off-season camp thing, which you're totally against. And I was like, man, this dude looks pretty damn good.
Well, I'm against, but he just continued what he was doing at LSU, so I didn't even need to. Like, you're telling me more something like,
is there an LSU wide receiver who's not doing well? Actually, Booty. God, that dude fell off. But
who?
Booty? He plays for the Patriots now. Yeah, exactly. You don't remember him. Isn't he LSU guy? Wide receiver?
No.
Something Booty?
Kayshawn Booty.
There you go. You don't even remember your own dude. That's it's bad. You only remember the good ones.
Hold on, you're talking about somebody that got drafted in the 7th round.
Yeah,
and then
you have to. Yeah. I thought all of them were like dogs.
Hold on.
LSU.
He sees these LSU wide receivers balling. He's like, hold on. Isn't there one in the 7th round that sucks?
Isn't there that one who really sucks? As I wear a Florida State jersey.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. He had to go. Isn't that 7th rounder that has no quarterback?
He has 3.
Doesn't he suck? That's funny. Yeah. You got me. You got me. Yeah. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, what do you call it? Brian Thomas Jr. All
Jaden
these guys.
Daniel. Not Jaden Daniel. The other guy. Jaden Reed.
Yeah. And Jaden Reed's not LSU.
Is he really?
No.
I thought it was LSU. Oh, okay.
No. He's not LSU.
I mean, might as well be. He's balling out.
Yeah.
Somebody give that man a one-day scholarship.
Malik Neighbors. I mean, I tried to tell you about all these guys. When have I – hold on. Out of all the LSU players, I tell you every time, I
Okay.
missed with 2 guys.
I know one that we missed hard. Tell everybody who
Okay.
you missed with.
I missed with a Super Bowl. Are you talking about the Super Bowl champion?
Reggie Bush is a Super Bowl champion. What is that supposed to mean?
Hey, he's a Super Bowl champion with the Saints. Don't disrespect. We could not have won without Reggie. Reggie, give him his Heisman back.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, yeah, he deserves it. Yeah. Leonard Fournette, which is
That's
a Super
the
Bowl
guy.
champ. Yeah.
You said he was the next Adrian Peterson.
And sometimes exactly.
Hyperbole.
I was wrong. I give you that. And I don't know if you remember. Now I'm about to forget his name. I forgot his name. There's another running back.
It'll come to you.
It'll come to me later. But anyway, I kind of missed it. Although I told you he's not going to be great. I didn't do like Adrian Peterson. I said he'll be pretty good, and he was aight. But yeah, other than that, but I mean, like everybody else, you got to admit, I've been telling you. And then I told y'all, I don't know if you remember, but I told everybody about Jamarcus Russell. I was like, y'all stay away from him. But yeah, Jamar Chase, I told you, I was like, he can't catch. I was like, I was like, don't worry about that.
Jamar Chase, 14.5 points. Justin Jefferson, 14.5 points. Both LSU guys doing the same thing. But, Justin Jefferson, higher average. Taysom Hill's got an injury. He finished with 14.5. Deontay Johnson seems like he's the number one guy over there in Carolina. Now that you've got
and Patrick
Andy Dalton doing things.
Yeah, let's get to Patrick Mahomes here with 15.4, and you were dogging Joe Burrow. Go ahead. 2 points less than him.
4-0. 4-0.
Give them that. Are you kidding? With that defense, yeah, of course.
Do you know that they've been playing that?
Hold on, they're 4-0, and each week they scored less points.
They stopped a hobbled Justin Herbert to 10 points. Hobbled. The dude barely was on the field.
Hold on. Do you know that they've scored 4 each week? They scored less and less points, and they still won. They started the Chiefs. They started off with 27, and each week has gone down. And this week they scored 17.
So what's your point?
That defense is sick.
They're only going to get better.
I'm a Patrick Mahomes. I love Patrick Mahomes, but I'm just trying to keep it real.
I know. I get it. Number 45 fantasy football.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You're just trying to trade him, so you don't want me talking crap until I get.
I'm trying to trade him. Yes,
but look, Abdullah. Aaron Jones is underneath him.
You see it? See, Abdullah, the trade is already a win. Look at that. That's a whole point.
Damn, Zach. They're next to Zach Moss. Are you kidding me? Because I got Zach Moss. He's like the last one I start, and sometimes I don't even start him.
11.6.
Wow, he's all the way down there.
Average. Yeah.
I started him this week, but I mean, like I had a stacked team up until they all got hurt, so I'm gonna have to start him. But damn, I didn't realize Mahomes that low.
See, we kind of went through the list just real quick. Top 5 QBs this week: Jaden Daniels, Lamar, Baker. Look at Baker and Sam Darnold. You just don't ever expect to see that. That's so awesome to see. Not only like Baker. Josh Allen, there he is, top 5 still.
No,
Yasser,
you're doing it wrong.
I didn't sort it.
I'm like, Josh Allen, there's no way. The dude didn't give me 8 points.
Yeah,
there you go. Justin Fields, Jordan Love,
Baker. There's
so two people that lost.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 are winners, or the next few actually are winners. It's funny how that works sometimes.
Do you know what happened to Baker here? 9.5. Oh, that's right. The Denver Broncos defense.
They're legit.
Boy, see what we did, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but I felt you didn't have to do it to a Lebanese coach like that at a time like this. That was disrespectful.
Like this. He's definitely on the hot seat this year, especially with Aaron Rodgers talking all that shit too.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I already know. Sorry, he was a really good defense. He can come be defense coordinator.
Yeah, he's going to go back and be defensive coordinator. Yeah. Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift was not in my tea leaves for this week. And here's what's funny about DeAndre Swift. Look, 5 points week 1, 4.2, 4.2. Nobody started his ass this week. No. That's how it is. I would love to see the start percentage on that.
Yeah. And then whenever they do start him, it's going to go back to 4.2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was I doing? Jordan Mason,
Jordan Mason, top 3 running back this season. Like, who knew that?
Easy.
And then if I told you the top 5 that it was going to end with, or top 6 would end with Chase Brown, Jeremy McNichols, and Chuba Hubbard, you would have said
no. You're lying. You're lying. I wouldn't even think
you would have said. First of all, you would have said who?
yeah, Chuba. I call him the Owl Man. Like who? Looking at wide receivers.
Dang, that Nico Collins was number 1.
Killing it.
Dang.
Jaden Reed, your boy, LSU.
Ah.
Just kidding. Jordan, Jordan Addison. I love me some Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
Dontavion Wicks. We'll talk about him in a little bit.
Yeah.
CDs.
Yeah. My boy
Brian
Brian Thomas, the number 1 LSU receiver this week.
Diggs.
Dang. Brian Thomas
Dude,
Jr. was the LSU receiver.
Lad McConaughey. He's from Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Did see him having like a really good season.
T-
I mean, I
My,
wouldn't say
my,
really good, but he's definitely, you see his name a lot more, hear a
yeah.
lot more now.
My friend Tyler, he drafted him. He knew.
Did he
was trying
really?
to tell me. Yeah. He keeps up with like really good stuff like that.
Moby,
Taysom
I think the hardest position so far this season has been the tight end.
And I actually had a good draft strategy. I did not like any of them at the top, really, except
I
for
didn't either.
Laporta, which
Yeah,
turned
he
out to
hasn't.
not be that great yet
not
so
doing
far. And
shit.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens tonight. Hopefully, he goes off because I got him in my guillotine league, even though I'm already like 1 or 2. So you can keep adding. It's fine. But but yeah, I did not, and I went with the I'll find 2 and figure it out. And my boy Pat Varamuth, I picked him up a few weeks ago, and I tucked him away because I noticed that, well, I have George Kittle in one league and Travis Kelce. I did get Travis Kelce in one league because they kept dropping him, and I should have let him keep dropping. But I did pick him up. But George Kittle got hurt, so I picked up Pat Freiermuth, and because I noticed that Justin Fields really, when he throws across the middle, he's really looking for him a lot,
and especially in the end zone, in the red zone.
Yeah, in the red zone. So I was like, all right, this is, and you can always, there's always some quarterbacks where they just like get locked in on a tight end. So once you figure that out in the first 4 weeks of the season, you better figure it out and grab them if you can.
Yeah. And we see the Taylor Swift effect is still
going.
Yeah. Oh, that's just brutal. And Travis Kelce, man, I think this has got to be it for him.
Nah.
You don't think? I think he's heading towards.
No, he doesn't look that. It doesn't even look that. It doesn't even look like it's him that's that slow. It's just like that offense is really dragging.
Well, he's mentioned it. He's mentioned retirement. So that's the only reason why. In my mind, if you're an athlete and you start mentioning retirement, that means you're very close.
Yeah, well, I mean, his brother just retired, so I'm sure it did like mess with him a little bit. I think next year will be his last one, but who knows? We'll see. I don't know.
Kickers for this week, the Young Ho, man, just absolutely killed it. Greg Joseph pretty much scored. Of course,
because I was going against him.
Who, Young Ho?
Yeah.
I don't know who Joshua Carty is.
Never heard of
15
him.
points. He missed.
Good for him.
Did he miss? He missed 1 or 2, I think, yesterday. I could be wrong, but I thought he missed 1 or 2.
Where was
Jake
Dicker?
Moody? I can't think of San Francisco and not think of Robbie Gold. So Jake.
I know, right? Isn't that weird without Robbie Gold?
Automatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan McPherson, I like him. He's good. You give me anything more than 7-8 points a game, I'm cool with it. Damn, 11 points is solid for a kicker. Aubrey is just the man. Double digits all season long. And then let's finish this off with defense, and then we'll get into our waiver wire pickup. San Francisco killed it. Falcons, Baltimore. I was playing against the Baltimore last night. I just needed Josh Allen to do something. And then why get inside the 5? You have James Cook as your running back. No, let's not hand it to James Cook. Let's hand it to the guy behind him, the third stringer, not even the second stringer. The second stringer is something Davis. Yeah, he did. Not James Cook.
That's why they did it. That's why they did it. You asked why they did it.
I know.
So they could score and make you mad.
I'm already mad. Well, cool, man. That was a nice little week 4 recap. Let's get into really quickly this list that I created for our top guys for this upcoming week. Takes a little second to find it.
Oh, that's all good.
Don't say that's what she said.
Yeah. While we're getting there, what game did you enjoy the most so far? Like, what was like? There were some really good 12 o'clock, the noon games.
The noon games usually have been really hitting. What you tell me yours, and let me think about the one that I enjoyed the most yesterday.
Man, they've just all like coming down to the wire. So I have like 2 TVs I put on, and I put them on like 4 different. So I was like watching a lot of them at the same time. So I don't.
The end of the Falcons and Saints game was really good.
That one. I was gonna say that one, but I'm a Saints fan, so that's why.
I had to stay true.
I was really glued to that one. But that one was for me. And I knew how it was going to end. I knew the Saints were going to blow it. I was like, we're either going to score here too fast, they're going to go right down, but of course we got a pass. I love how I hate when they call pass interference on us at the end of a game and we did do it. It's just, it always brings me flashbacks.
We did do it.
Yeah, it was.
Just they called it.
Yeah. I hate that they called it because they didn't call it for us when we were supposed to go to the Super Bowl against the Rams, and we were going to beat Tom Brady, and it was going to be Tom Brady versus Drew Brees, and Drew Brees was going to get his second ring, and both rings were going to come against Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. No, I never thought, and then he would have ran off in the sunset. Oh, it was good. We had it planned perfectly, and they stole it from us.
Hey, I always think about how mad Abdullah's friend Devin gets when you say that, like, Drew Brees didn't deserve the MVP or whatever it is. Oh my God,
yeah.
It was off.
Oh, all right, sorry, I went on that.
No, man, that's cool.
I was trying to save you some time, and then of course
you did.
Brought it back to Saints,
Moby,
Missouri.
my waiver wire pickups for week 5. Some of these might surprise you. Some of them might not. I already kind of sent you the list ahead of time. But the guy that I got right off the clip, number 5, yes, use your waiver pick on a kicker. Young Hoku, he's available in just under 45% of ESPN leagues. He had 20 fantasy points in week 4. And check out these stats, Moby. He went 2 for 2 on kicks of between 40 and 49 yards. And he went 2 for 2 on kicks of 50-plus yards and converted both his extra point kicks. Wow. This is the type of kicker that's going to take you to the championship. Even if he adds 11, 12, 13 points a game, which we just looked at his average, which is crazy. He's going to take you there. So I've got Young Ho. Use your waiver wire pickup on him.
Yeah. I just don't like him this week because he destroyed me. But
He's always good until he's playing against you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 movie, I've got Dontavian Wicks. We just spoke about him earlier. Get this, he's available in 90% of ESPN leagues right now. So not a whole lot of people know about him. Just got done scoring 20 fantasy points.
Yeah.
5 receptions, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Jordan Love sees something special in this guy. Targeted him, like I said earlier, 13 times. Anybody who's getting double-digit targets like that, at the very minimum, needs to be benched. I'm not saying we use your waiver wire pickup on him and then pick him up, leave him on your flex or start him. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying grab him. Whatever you need to do, grab him, bench him, and just see how he does. It's still early in the season.
All right. I agree.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, you're good. My number 3 guy, we talked about him earlier, Pat Freiermuth. He's available in 38% of ESPN leagues. So it sounds like people kind of know a little bit more about him. Averaging 12, he received 12 fantasy points last week off of 5 receptions, 57 yards, and a fourth quarter touchdown. And I think Justin Fields is finally starting to catch his stride with the Steelers, and that could mean more fantasy points for his stars on offense. I kind of like me some George Kittle now. Not George Kittle, I'm sorry, George Pickens. Now that Justin Fields is getting going, and he's targeting him a lot. And I can see Pat Freiermuth getting a lot of those catches too, because I can't even name who the second wide receiver is in Pittsburgh.
Just because they don't have one.
That's probably why I can't name him.
But Pat's the man. If y'all can get him, go get him.
Go get him. If you had a number 1 waiver pick, would you use your number 1 waiver pick on him?
It depends on each team, or what you're hurting right now.
Good point. It depends on what your needs are.
Yeah, but if you need a tight end and he's there, that better be your first one.
Better be your first one. Absolutely. Yeah. The other guy I have in my, got to go get him, use your waiver wire pick for him. You could probably swap 2 and 3, but I kind of like where this is going with Andy Dalton. Xavier Legette was looking pretty legit. Carolina has a quarterback. His name is Andy Dalton. Xavier is available in 75% of ESPN leagues. He scored 13.6 fantasy points off of standard leagues and finally had his breakout game. And he did it against a very sus defense in the Cincinnati Bengals. So is it a one-hit wonder? Is it a consistent thing? We're not sure yet. But just judging on what he did and Deontay Johnson kind of getting his share too, Andy Dalton's getting the ball out. You have Jonathan Brooks, who's going to be making his debut here in a couple of weeks with Carolina, which could really open things up. So I can definitely see Xavier Legit as a stasher.
I would switch him and Wicks
Him and
I'm
Wicks.
just more, yeah,
I like
just
it.
because I'm, which I mean, it's more of how you think of things. If you want to, I think legit is probably more of a home run hitter.
Yeah,
So he may be more boom or bust. So if you're looking for if you're looking for a big boom, his boom was probably bigger. But I think Wicks is a little bit more consistent, and
spot
I
on.
prefer consistency
Yeah,
most times, unless I'm
and the
like
13 targets helps too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's just me personally.
Let's just say this is my top 5. Feel free to arrange it however you want. I
Got you.
totally agree with that. You can
Yeah,
definitely swap these around however.
yeah.
The number one guy that I've got on my list,
But
he was very draftable early on, in the fantasy draft, but a lot of people kind of gave up on him, may have dropped him. I've seen him floating around in a couple of leagues. Chase Brown, available in 45% of ESPN leagues, 21.2 fantasy points in week 4 off of 15 carries. Him and Zach Moss both split 30 carries, 15 apiece. And both of those did score, but Chase led scoring with 2 touchdowns. It's time to pick up Chase Brown. I'm not too sure I'm ready to make him every week starter because of Zach Moss and what he's doing over there. But he's definitely one of those stashers. And if Zach Moss at some point goes down, start Chase Brown every single week moving forward.
Yep. That's And I have Zach Moss, so I'm hoping Chase Brown gets hurt. But
respectfully,
respectfully, not hurt.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying. But I agree with that one. Yeah, he's definitely, if he's still out there, grab that dude.
Yeah,
grab him quickly.
Cool, man. I really enjoyed this recap. That was a lot of fun. We have Monday Night Football tonight. We got a couple teams playing. The Lions are playing. Some other, I don't know who they're playing. I don't have the schedule in front of me. It's gonna be fun. I've got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I need him to hook me up tonight. Yeah, big money there. I need that to happen from Amon-Ra.
The first game is the Titans and the Dolphins
It's gonna be a dull fest.
Miami. It's in Miami.
Who do you got winning that? Who you got? I got Tennessee winning.
I got Dolphins.
Because Will Levis is actually a better quarterback than whatever Dolphins got going on right now.
No.
And
Dolphins
they can run the ball.
Dolphins are I don't think they're going to bring that dude back. I think they're about to put somebody else in. I can't remember who.
No, the Scoop. Aren't they bringing in Scoop? Tyler Huntley?
Who's Scoop?
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. Huntley. Yeah. Huntley's good.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. Okay. He's all right.
I still got the Titans winning this game. So you got Miami winning?
Okay. Yeah, I got Miami.
Okay.
Say it right.
I got Titans.
All right.
Who's playing next? Lions and who?
All right. And then you got Seahawks at your other home, Detroit.
Detroit Lions. So the Seahawks have the #1 passing defense in the league. And it's going to be interesting to see how Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams does. And Laporta's playing. Yeah. I see the two-headed monster a lot today. I see David Montgomery and what's his name? Gibbs getting the ball a lot. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Who you got?
But yeah, I got Lions. I'm going with both favorites.
I'm going Lions.
So Lions are -4.5, and the Dolphins are -2.5. So you're going with the upset and the favorite.
Yeah, I'm going for the Titans. I might play some legal bets on that.
All right, but yeah. So that's the games for tonight. And sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Hyped.
I know, me
too. This 2 football is kind of cool.
I kind of like the 2 football games on a Monday night.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, cool, Moby. I really appreciate you joining me today. You've been awesome. Anytime I ask you, you're just more than happy to jump in and help out.
Sure.
What's not to like about talking about football, right?
Honestly,
it's the American dream,
right?
Well, guys, I appreciate you joining this episode of Hammer Fist Sports. We might be back next week, might not be back next week, but I am planning on reconstructing my office. So next time you see me, things might look a little bit different. I might have a little bit of a different background, might have some different cameras. We're working on it. We're getting better.
Yes.
But, thanks for joining us here at Hammer Fist Sports. I'm Yasser. That's Moby. We're out.